Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Wednesday, May the 9th. We're going to talk about organ and tissue donation. Now, April was Organ and Tissue Awareness Donation Month, right?
That's the awareness month, but of course the need knows no season.
I know.
So we like to talk about it year-round.
And we've got Joe Weston, who is here from the Rotary Club, and you do a lot with organ and tissue donation. And then Kevin Allen, it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
From Kansas City, right?
That's right.
And you are the Midwest Transplant Network. Let's start first of all with Joe. What is the most important message that you want to get out?
The most important message is that there is just a huge need for donated organs. People by the thousands are dying every day because they aren't available. And part of the reason is the need is just not well known.
Right.
And
when you said, let's back up just 1 minute. You said people are dying by the thousands because they need organs. Now, people are dying by the thousands also who could have made advanced directives to donate those organs. That means that some people would be alive today if they were able to procure the organs that they need.
Well, you can make that link, yeah. And we need more people to sign the registry, and we also need to understand that not everybody who signs up can be a successful organ donor. There's not a pre-qualifying process, for instance. So you don't really know until the person is deceased who's designated themselves as an organ donor now, whether their organs would work or not.
Right. But the fact that you've signed up and you have the transplant network, if you sign on your driver's license and you've got that little heart on the driver's license, mm-hmm. right? And you die, doesn't your name immediately, and this, Kevin, you probably can answer this, doesn't your name immediately go into a computer system that says, oh, we've got a donor here? Is this going to work for somebody?
Yes. If you've said yes at the DMV, for example, and you have that on your driver's license, they would know at that time. And in Missouri and Kansas, we have what's called first-person authorization. So if you made that decision, there is nothing that will override that.
So if you've made the decision and it's on your driver's license, your next of kin or family cannot come in and say no.
Not unless you are under the age of 18. So there's a small window. But I will say that in a hospital setting, we're always talking to the family at that time and trying to comfort them and work with them. So it is, 99.9% of the time, they're in agreement with that deceased family member that this is the right thing to do.
Sure, because of the person who has just died, if that was their will, they wanted to have that done.
That's right.
A part of them goes on living in another human being.
Yeah, just even last week I connected with a young mom and her husband who she was actually a respiratory therapist, and her daughter died of a respiratory illness at the age of 7 months. So just a baby. And that's only been a year and a half now. But within our region, there was a little girl that was 3 months of age who needed a heart. And knowing that their 7-month-old saved that 3-month-old's life, the tragedy doesn't go away, but there's a triumph that lives next to that tragedy.
Exactly. What do you want to add to that, Joe?
Well, I'm glad Kevin told that story, because that's the real strength for us as amateurs, as Rotarians making presentations. The real strength is telling the stories, fabulous stories of
life and death situations.
Well, life and death situations, and the story of this will be very brief, the story of a murdered father in Philadelphia being transplanted into the chest of a man in a neighboring town, and then the family of the murdered victim asking that man if he would walk the daughter down the aisle.
Oh, my goodness.
So she felt his chest, felt her dad's heart beating, and said, let's go. And those great stories don't happen if people don't say yes, and it's just miraculous. The whole process is miraculous. But when you have outcomes like that, it's just terrific.
Oh my goodness! So a father was murdered. His heart was donated to another man who needed a heart, and then the daughter of the murdered man asked the heart donor, the heart recipient, to walk her down the aisle.
Right. Isn't that
That's
great?
an absolutely beautiful, beautiful story. But you know, we keep in mind, once we die, we have no use for any of our body parts. Why not give them away to somebody who can use them? And it's a simple thing to do by simply putting it on your driver's license. Is that all you need to do?
What you can do in addition to that, and we encourage this, and we've been saying this throughout the month of April, and we say year-round, is you can go to sharelifemidwest.com. Don't wait until the next time you're at the DMV. Just go online and do it.
It's called what?
sharelifemidwest.com.
So you can. So if your license isn't up for renewal for another couple of years and you have not signed your driver's license, go to
sharelifemidwest.com.
sharelifemidwest.com.
Yeah.
And you can sign up. And is that as good as having it on your driver's license?
Yes, every bit. In fact, if you go online, if you go to sharelifemidwest.com, if there's something that you're uncomfortable with, it's like, I'm good with everything except my corneas. You can online say that's part that I'm not willing to do for whatever reason.
But I can't understand that, because once we're dead, we have no need for any of our body parts here. Give them away to someone who can use them. You can have everything in my body if it can help somebody else.
That's right.
And I have it on my driver's license, and I've told everybody I know, take whatever you want, because it's not any good to me, and part of me will then go on living in somebody else.
And it doesn't cost you a dime.
Doesn't cost a dime.
And it doesn't hurt.
No, if people
You're
want
beyond
more,
that.
Yes, exactly. It's Rotary for Life, or what's the web address again for more?
sharelifemidwest.com.
It's sharelifemidwest.com. That could be one of the most important and loving gestures that you could take if you do it right now, if you haven't signed the back of your driver's license. But keep it in mind when you go in to renew. Okay? Joe, thank you so much. And Kevin, I appreciate you coming by and sharing the information with us.
Thank you, Paul. We appreciate your continued interest.
Stevens College Summer Theater tomorrow. Have yourself a nice day. Bye-bye.